In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to install the Docker on Windows as well as on Windows-based sub-Linux system for Ubuntu. If you are interested to see how to install the WSL2 on Windows, then watch my another YouTube video. If you look, I have opened the both shell for Windows as well as for Ubuntu. I am typing the Docker command there and verifying Docker is installed or not. On the top of I am also executing the other operating-based commands. So, Docker is not installed in my machine. Let's install the Docker. If you want your Docker tool availability in Linux environment, then look the highlighted YouTube video in my Panda Tech Tips channel. To install the Docker, first we need to download the Docker desktop. Let's do it from official website. Docker Desktop is designed to let us build, share and run containers as easily on Mac and Windows as we do on Linux. Docker handles the tedious and complex setup so we can focus on writing code. Docker Desktop also provides us with a graphical interface to manage the settings for the VM. By default, Docker Desktop will get downloaded into the download folders. From there, we will try to install the Docker Desktop. Let's follow the instruction as shown on screen for Docker installation. Now Docker Desktop installed successfully. In the next steps, we have to start the Docker engine and we will do verification of Docker commands in the Windows shell as well as on Ubuntu shell. Let's accept the Docker terms and conditions. In future they would change the name from Docker Desktop to Docker Personal. Let's start the Docker Desktop and wait for some time. After we will open the Windows command prompt as well as Ubuntu shell and will run the Docker-based command. If Docker commands like Docker PS, Docker PSA, Docker version are run successful, it means Docker is installed successfully. As we are able to run the Docker successfully in the both Linux and Windows shell. Output of Docker commands are also same in both environment. Let's pull out the famous Docker image of Hello World available in the Docker Hub and we will run in our environment. If it displays the message as Hello World on the screen, it means we are also able to communicate with the outside world as well as communication with the official Docker Hub is also published from our environment. That will be helpful to pull the other images from Docker Hub. Let's pull out the some web image from Docker Hub and run it. If we are able to access the HTML page of Docker web application from the browser, it means there is no problem of running the Docker-based web application. Console or non-web-based application like Hello World, we have already verified. So, Docker image of web application is pulled successfully from Docker Hub. We should be able to access the web application at the port No80. If we are able to see the web page, it means web application are also running successfully and accessible from our Docker environment. Objective of this tutorial to install the Docker and run in Windows as well as on WSL2 is achieved. There are some other commands are showing in this video after the main tutorial. If you consider this tutorial is helpful, please consider to subscribe the channel. Please keep liking and commenting on videos. Thank you for watching.